New tonight at 7, Governor Youngkin vetoing a bill with major implications for animal handlers and small businesses. Senate Bill 1125 would have made it unlawful to prematurely separate wildlife offspring born in captivity from their mother. 2 months ago, staff at the Fort Chiswell Animal Park were concerned it would become illegal to bottle raise animals by choice. They told 10 News that would drastically alter their animal care in other zoos across the Commonwealth. The legislation would have also forced a redesign of the park's fields to separate herds. The Virginia Animal Owners Alliance posted on Facebook following the governor's veto, saying in part, quote, "His veto protects the human-animal bond and preserves the relationship between owners and their local veterinarians." He recognized that this bill was precedent-setting and could affect future animal management. It may not be the lifestyle for everyone, but it is one worth protecting.